On this episode of GoodEnough Motorsports, I'm putting on new lights, and we're tackling the other Knuckle, because I've decided to do both. So, as it is, I'll do it. We start by removing the plastic cover. That's simple so far. This will be reused. It simply pops off. It's not a huge difference by any means, but and that this is particularly heavy, this is still noticeably lighter. It is made of plastic instead of glass. I'm not sure if this is actually the best for it. It is H4 12 volt 60-55 watt. That simple. Next up, cover. Like that. Hardly acceptable. Now, the reason I've decided to do both Knuckles is that I've had a look at this year and decided, well, while I'm at it, which is one of the most costly phrases in the car world, while I'm at it. That shit adds up dollars way fast. So, while I'm at it, I might as well do this one too, you know, because it's not as bad, but it's still kinda bad. Not terrible, not great. We need to pull this off. We'll be starting with the ball joint and then this big nut here, then the ball joint, outer tie rod, sorry, then suspension arm. Starting with the ball joint. Next up, that is 19 on both sides, but even before that I should take care of this, which is a cotter pin into. As you can see here, this is probably done, this is how it should be. I better take notes. Shit. Like I said, those are always a must-have. These do the trick. That's in there pretty fucking good. These don't grip shit. No wonder. If ever in doubt in a situation like this, vice grips and a BFH, big fucking hammer. So, let's try hopefully a hammerless approach. Nope, broke it off. Broke it off again. On the other side. There we go. All broken. Maybe I can punch it out as much as possible. I was being quite literal. Punch it out. That is not a good sound. There we go. Now that is not broken, that is extracted. That's what's left of it. The other bit, I think I may need a cutter. Luckily, my father has many in stock. Pop. Ah, yeah, that rubber boot. Bruno did tell me about this. I thought he had done it up. Apparently he did not. So this must also be addressed. I did manage to get this out. Now, again, not the proper tool for the job at all. So I need more force. Well, the longer breaker bar by quite a margin. You versus the guy she doesn't have to worry about. So the pry bar, this should do. Thankfully, I did not need all of it. This went relatively smoothly. Watch how I'm jinxing the fuck out myself. Now to undo the suspension, 19mm on both ends. Come on. Yeah, that's right. I have that. I'll be cutting now. And we're back in darkness. But not to worry, Bruno had lent me this little light. It's alive. So now we can see, which is good for a driver. It looks good on camera, but for me looking here, it's like light, dark. Who needs to see most? Apparently none of us. Easy. These are quite stubborn. I got lucky, I guess. I'm not gonna complain about that. There we go. Try to go easy on it. Okay, it's coming. There we go. But now we'll go to the shop side of things and try to remove as much stuff off of this as we can. Now we get to dismantle this. Well, like I said, both parts. We'll try to remove the dust shield. I've already sprayed some PB Blaster on it. Should be good. Those are Torx though. Interesting strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that works out. Go screwdriver. And it'd be a fight. I don't think I could just turn it loose, so to nobody's surprise, it does not turn. No, nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Let us try fire. Like I said, fire. really dangerous though. Or not. I don't know. This may be a bit small for this application, but let's just see what's left. This ain't doing nothing. Okay, let's try the big bastards. Oh! I got movement! Very good strategy from my father. Don't try to just unscrew it. Rock it back and forth. Have to remove this. This is a new item. This is a Moog ball joint. Should be easy enough. There we go. I'm gonna get a new bearing for it. It was in okay condition, but it's only a matter of time before it does go bad. Next up, front caliper. That phrase. The phrase. The expensive phrase. 3 words. While I'm there. Or, while I'm at it. This is a very common phrase. And the bleed valve for this was pain to loosen. That's why I left the vice grip on, because I wanted to remember. Even then, it's putting up some resistance. I wonder if this will be enough. Well, yeah. Oh, fuck. Or I could do that. Good. Anti-seize. Both. Very good. Alright. Good, pretty good condition. Brush and repaint will do. Okay, these are moving. I can use a bit of lube, but they're moving okay. Oh, this is moving great. This is moving freely. Here at GoodEnough Motorsport, we believe in heeding the advice of other fellow builders.
Boy.
Not that way. But I love this car very much. And in the words of the great and wise David Freiberger, what do you do when you love something? You gunk it! So, last time I used a grinder, I received some shred of metals into the face, which hurts. So I was looking for a way to protect my whole face and not just my eyes. Then I remembered, I have something in the car that can do that. I'll use that then. Oh, come on, it'll do the job. This is what I mean.
Damn.
Yeah, I felt it on my arm. It's dangerous. So what I'll be doing today is tackling the cleaning and painting of the caliper and caliper brackets. Not something super interesting, it's just grinding and painting. So I'll be skipping over most of that anyway. Well, 3/4 of the way there. I decided to take a small break because my hands are getting numb, and if you've seen, brand new Mechanics Impact glove, you know they're not meant to be brown. So yeah, closer to that still. But that's a good indication of how much crud there's on there. But granted, they are in great condition. But well, I guess that's Canada for you. Luckily, they're not rusted through. That was the dust sheets. Right, so now I got it all done. May not show on camera, but there's a haze of metal dust, or I don't know, in the air. So try to open the door to air it out. It won't stay open. That's time. First look. I hope I don't fuck it up. Could I? we're nearing completion. That's part 3 out of 4 done. This is yet to be painted, of course. The brackets, 2 base coats, 2 coats of clear. Hopefully that's enough, and they're now obviously curing. Fuck, is it hot in here? But has to be. So after all that, of course, reassembly. But it would be too.
Not in that way, man.
I would feel better having good brakes that work well. So in that regard, yeah, it does feel good. It does feel good to reassemble this old car, which still in great shape, did need a bit of love. A bit of love and a shitload of money. Do need to take off one side.
That's why.
What good is a brake caliper with no brake pads?
Oh, where's the pad?
Pads are beside the car.
Oh, does it this? Yeah! It's this?
Yeah. It is. I was gonna go, why did you bring me a box with nothing in it?
Yeah.
Have you taken notes from my mistakes?
Yeah, I think so. We lose this shit everywhere.
Yes. First and foremost, before anything else, put in the rubbers.
Which one?
It doesn't
It's
matter.
all the same.
It's all the same.
So that.
You will notice one side is obviously taller than the other. It can be seen. It should be fairly intuitive which goes where. But this is where the lube is needed.
I will put it there.
I will hold this, put it on a pin, and slide it in. It's a bit tricky at first. There you go. Easy. Now we'll put in those caliper holders in the bracket. Here you go. However, it's not really that important right now. There we are. 2 assembled calipers. That does fit. It's really as it should. One. Excellent. Now with the front calipers assembled, that is a wrap on episode 5 of GoodEnough Motorsport.